Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today I have this match for you. This is actually a quite good match, also a very quite frustrating one. More on that when it gets to here. But as the title of this video may seem, there is quite a moment in chat, and you'll see the irony that is going to befall this person. So anyway, I'm here in the Tier 10 German battleship, the Grosser Kurfürst. Now, the night I was recording this, it was quite a crappy night for me. Partially because I was trying to film a video on German battleships. And this video involved going back all the way down to Tier 7, playing the Gneisenau now and going through each one of them. But if you guys don't know or haven't noticed, German battleships are not very effective in the current meta, I'll put it at that. Especially at the lower tiers around the Gneisenau. The Gneisenau can't really hit anything outside of 10 kilometers, and in the current meta of let's hide behind everything and just throw HE at all of our problems, it's not a very good ship to be using anymore, and that was the focus of that other video. However, I literally rage quitted from trying to record a decent game in Gneisenau and hopped on the Kurfürst to make my day a little brighter, which was probably a bad idea because Kurfürst isn't that great in the current meta, but since I play the thing so much, I can still make the ship work. So anyway, spawned over by the B cap, and I'm like, well, screw that, that's open water, I'm not going anywhere near that. Which is basically the only way to survive in a Kurfürst nowadays, is you literally cannot stay in open water past the opening 4 or 5 minutes of the game. You need to find some islands to hide behind, and I don't mean like American Cruiser, hug them like they're your waifu. I mean just get around them and stay relatively close to them, but don't hug them. Just keep them in between you and stuff like the Smolensk and the Worcester and the Harugamos and the Kitakazis and the Frieslands, and you get the idea. So anyway, I'm going over the sea cap. Very nice cap for Kurfürst. There's that big island in the middle. You can get behind it and just kind of work your way and use an island as cover, peek out from behind it, and shoot and secondary fire things to death as you see fit. So anyway, this is a very tier 10 game if you haven't noticed. Not a whole lot of... Actually, I don't think there's any ships that are below tier 9 in this match. In fact, I actually do believe they're all tier 10. Anyway, so our Des Moines just took out their Daring early on, so right off the bat, that's a pretty good pickup for us. We're also capping the A cap and the B cap and the C cap right now, but all caps are contested. It's one of those rare games where you have ships going to A, B, and C. Although the ships that did go to B, it was only one destroyer. Alright, so our first all-message chat, we have this guy. He says, your Z firing bow on AP is hilarious in all caps, and I actually don't know where this guy's at. Oh, there he is, actually in that Zao. Did not see that when I was playing through the first time. So I'm not one to jump on a teammate early on in the game to actually see how he performs, and I just say secret tactics with a K for that extra Russian accent, even though I'm in a German battleship. My brain was pretty fried at this point in time. I literally almost punched my monitor a couple of games ago, so yeah. So anyway, our Z52, actually, he hasn't fired a single round this game yet, according to him, and given his performance in the game, I do trust him there. Anyway, so Torg, who is our Z52, apparently recognizes me and says, are we going to be on YouTube? And then Zapka, I think that's his name, in the what's that thing called? The Zao. Zao says, how not to play Zed, starring Torg. Granted, I wouldn't know the first thing about making a how to play Z52, because I suck at destroyers and I don't play them a whole lot. So here he's saying, have you even fired a shot yet? I'm like, dude, I don't care. Just some guy on the other team just baiting you. So anyway, I'm taking aim at this Yami, 16 kilometers out. He's kind of angled, so I'm not expecting many pins out of him. So I'm responding to Torg in the chat when Excuse me? I take out the guy in the Zao who was undetected and talking crap to our Z-52. I was like a AP shot from something. It didn't do jack. But and that undetected Zao, who was at like 1,500 health, I managed to hit him. And boy, was that a pickup after just those crappy games I was having. So, naturally, the Zao player immediately starts blaming the Yami for his demise. Because he says that the Yami, who, noticing full of Yami running away, he pushed him into my shells. I don't know about you guys, but I believe if a curve first hits an undetected target and sinks it, that's kind of just the hand of God guiding that shell, especially since it is the GK shell. So, yeah, that happened. The match isn't over with yet, by the way, but that was the be careful what you say part. Because holy crap, this game has a weird justice system sometimes. So my Yami's 14 kilometers out. He is broadside, but he's also turning. And my shots were blocked by that island right there, so that's why I didn't let him go early on. But anyway, so he's slowing down to take my shot, and naturally GK dispersion. That's some really bad dispersion. And I get 2 overpins out of it. So I start to turn around. I do notice these torpedoes. I'm not ignoring them. Oh yeah, this is a straight tier 10 game. They may hit me, they may not hit me. At this point, I'm just like, okay, there's a Yami there, there's a GK. I need to go and get my little German butt from the get my little German butt away from, well, big German butt away from the fire of the GK and the Yami. As I'm typing in chat, I'm realizing those torpedoes, they're still going. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep the rudder hard over. And I think I'm going to dodge them. And this one's getting closer. We just lost the Republic and the Des Moines. Woohoo, there we go. Some nice torpedo beats there. So, the situation. Our team has secured A. No one's left there to guard it. And it looks like a couple of the ships are steaming over there. B is still contested. We have C firmly. And most of our ships are north of the E line, which isn't a bad thing. But it looks like we are going to get corralled over into just the C cap area if we don't do something quick. So now I'm heading for that line of islands directly in front of me. I'm going to see if I can stick myself in there and be a little annoyance. And there's a Smolensk. 17 kilometers out. He's not really moving all that much. There's actually some good dispersion from curve first there if you didn't catch it. So got the other curve first, broadside 18 kilometers away, way far out there for the GK. Fortunately, those shells did hit, but however, I am now the focus of this Smolensk. And get one tag on, oh, I've had 2 pins on him for about 7,500 damage right there. Smolensk, his attention has been pulled away from me, and he's now looking at the Des Moines. We just lost a Kleber. So now, I was going to take a pot shot on that Smolensk, but then he goes dark, so I just take a pot shot on him anyway. And splish, 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 naturally, because naturally GK isn't allowed to hit cruisers past 15 kilometers, or heck, past 12 kilometers. Those shots from the other GK missed, thankfully. So we're 10 minutes in the game. I'm still at almost full health, because the C cap was a little uneventful, and I did have to take a pretty big turnaround to get back into the action. And this GK is so low, and GK takes pins for pretty much any angle, so I just let him have a full broadside to quicken his demise. Because there's a cruiser that is slowly working on him with his HE, and yeah, not a bad hit. 8k off of the GK. We just lost our Kremlin to their Thunderer. That is a ship that they have that we do not have. We do not have a Thunderer. Thunderer, for those who don't know, is very good at long range. Has very nice IP. I am targeting the Z-52 with my secondaries. Oh, man, I completely forgot to tell you about my secondary. My ship build. Completely secondary build. Captain skills, also all secondary, so there you go. So Z-52, 7 kilometers away from me. Takes 4 overpin. My secondaries are working him over 7 kilometers away. Popped a smoke. Really should have stayed still in the smoke. but he moved up, which allows my secondaries to continue to fire on him, and bye-bye Z52. Now, our Hindenburg just took out their Salem, so we're starting to claw our way back from our demise. We are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 6 ships down to their 4 ships down. So we're not terribly far behind them, but we're not terribly far in front of them either. We do have the points advantage at this point. So there's a Moskva 12 kilometers away. I'm thinking, okay, do I keep working on the GK and get him out quicker, or, well, to hit his bow there, or do I turn my turrets and get working on this Moskva? Well, this Moskva is just coming to my secondary range, but me being me and not noticing, I didn't click on him. And there's some torpedoes from, I believe it is the gearing now, actually. Now I realize, of course, naturally when I'm about to go behind the island, that he is there. And, oh, hello, gearing, who I'm sure he was not planning on routing into my hydro. There's his other set of torpedoes. Select him for my secondaries, and our small links just took out the GK. And, ooh, looks like I'm only getting the first, maybe 4 turrets on my left-hand side to fire on him, and he has just hit the island. And I was thinking, well, if he hit the island, I can still kind of aim for him, but he's also more than likely backing up by this point. So still 12 into the game, I'm still at almost full health, but I don't want to waste it, because I could actually back up and just go in there and try to tear everything up. However, the gearing's still there, the Smolensk is still there. If those 2 ships weren't there, I would absolutely go for it. But those 2 ships have torpedoes, and torpedoes are the Achilles heel of the GK. Get really lucky there, and 1 volley of my secondary start a fire on the Thunderer. Also, for those who don't know, Thunderer actually has worse armor than Conqueror, believe it or not. So it's not really the best ship to be pushing forward. But this guy, I don't believe he has much of a choice, because their team is stuck in B right now, though they do have 1 ship capping A. So there's this Worcester over here who's way off in the distance. Well, way off by German terms, about 13 kilometers away. Oh no, it's only 10, so he's not that far off now. So I'm backing. I'm trying to see if I can get some fire on him. That way I can help out our destroyer that it looks like he is most certainly trying to rid us of, or he may be spamming that BB in the back. I can't really tell where his shells are going, but all I know is that he needs to die. I get trolled by the terrain indicator there. And unfortunately, my shots hit the island. Now I am, unfortunately, in front of a Worcester and a Smolensk, who they pretty much live to just burn battleships. Now look at this. I'm at 90,000 health, almost full health. Watch this. You probably guess what's coming, but still, just witness this. 1 fire there, 2 fires there. I'm moving forward now. Yeah, not the best place to be. Take another shot at that Worcester. Pop my heel. And there's the 3rd fire. Ooh, get a okay hit on the Worcester. Only 2 shells hit. And I am popping my damage con now. So that was about 30,000 damage shaved off in 20, 30 seconds-ish. Yeah. The joy of HE. Alright, Thunder is coming in pretty close now, 5 kilometers away. Ooh, there's a Moskva, although he is behind that island, so my shells would simply hit that rather than hitting his squishy bits. So Thunderer 4 kilometers away, pretty angled, right? But I take a shot at his bow anyway, and hello, Citadel! 22,000 damage right there. Like I said, Thunderer has worse armor than Conqueror. So now, Moskva in front of me, having my secondary selected on him, but they're not firing for some reason, even though sometimes they fire when they... Oh, there they go. Okay, it took them a second. Because sometimes they fire when like they shouldn't be able to hit, and sometimes they fire when I don't think they'll be able to hit, but surprise, they do hit. Yamato way off in the background, 6 kilometers away, giving me his juicy broadside. Look at that dispersion on the curve first. Beautiful! And a good hit there, 13,000 damage. Although not the cheeky Citadel hit. I wish it would have been. Probably should aimed up a bit further and a bit further in the back. So Londoner is now the only thing within secondary range of me. But he's also at such an angle to where I think only 1 turret can even get off at him. And of course now I'm on fire again. I'm down to 42,000 health now. But my heal is about to come off of cooldown. I see if I can maybe get a cheeky shot off on his bow, but I cannot. Can't back up anymore because hello Smolensk. And naturally, he starts a fire on my rear deck, but I am starting to repair it. Just lost one of my front turrets. Thunderer, ooh, took some shots from the Yami behind me. And he is now only at 5,000 health. So targeting for my secondaries, I start to open up a bit. So for my secondaries should just get on him and just get shooting through him. Aiming for a superstructure, but only one turret is active. And it only does 3,800 damage. And he's going down the next secondary volley for sure. Bye-bye. Alright, so now I'm eating some shots from some not so pleasant places. That gearing right there, my hydro just ran out, and that gearing's just steering the other side of the island. Both of my front turrets are knocked out at this point. I have the Yami targeted with my secondaries. 6 kilometers away. I launched my fighter plane because I want to see what that gearing is doing. He doesn't have his AA off. Oh, there he is. He's sneaking up right behind me. I noticed that, and I slammed the ship into full ahead. I'm waiting for him to come around the corner right here. I know he's trying to sneak up on me. Targeting my secondaries, and I floor it to get out of there because I realized my turrets aren't going to turn in time. I thought that maybe after I spotted him, he would have backed off. So I'm flooring my curve first. I'm not touching the steering because I want him to accelerate as fast as he can. Get taken out there by the fire from the Yami. Get one sitted on the Yami, unfortunately. So keep that in mind. That Yami was only 5 kilometers away from me. One shell hit in a tier 10 ship. That is the struggle of the Grosser Curve first. So now we have 3 ships against the enemy's 4 ships. And we do have the destroyer advantage because thankfully the Yami just took out their gearing. He was nice enough to at least try to help me out there, but sadly he wasn't quick enough. Also, sadly, the gearing did get out another salvo of torpedoes, and the Yami isn't going to be able to dodge this. Eats one on the stern, and then one in its cheeky little weak spot, although that didn't have anything to do with it. He was so low, he was dead either anyway. So we still do have the cap advantage. Oh, sorry, the points advantage. The gearing is about to get into the A cap, so if this small lens places cards right, and keep in mind, this is a small lens. This is small lens. This is Russian bias. We can potentially win this. Now, he is currently rainbowing this Montana, but I don't know if he was just too tunnel vision or what, but he has slipped out from behind his island cover. And I'm also thinking that he may be out of his smoke screen because he's not popping any smoke screens. Now, at this point, what he should do is gun it and run. The Smolensk is not the greatest accelerator, but it can dance, and it's a lot better than sitting still in front of a Montana from 10 kilometers away. A Montana is a very accurate battleship, unlike the Kurfürst. And goodbye, Smolensk. Yep. Now, keep in mind, this is pretty much how my entire night went, except the matches were nowhere near this close, and I died much, much, much earlier. So, yeah. Anyway, our gearing is going to cap the A cap, but either way, this is a lost game for us. It's kind of sad because it was a really good game for me, but it was a good game. So this is the game that I ended my night on. Had some nice ironic karma in the beginning, and all in all, a pretty good game. And I said sayonara, good night to World of Warships after this match because I wanted to end on a high note. This is definitely a high note. So guys, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 6,000 subscribers now. We are, as of me recording this, about 500 away from that goal. You guys have been awesome with all the new subscriptions recently. We've seen an amazing period of growth recently on the channel. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. If I sound sick in this video, it's because I kind of am. Being my job kind of, keeps me in a perpetual state of sickness. But anyway, I hope you guys are not as sickly as I, and hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I hope to see all of you guys in the next one.